for those of you that are looking to build a relationship with CITIBANK to get access to more business credit funding, I'm going to tell you the best credit cards you should be going after. Now, the first one, we're going to be looking at American Airlines. That's right, American Airlines, their business credit card. Now, here's the thing about it with Citi. CITIBANK does not offer directly many business credit cards themselves. They're more into co-partnering credit cards and stuff. So when you're trying to look for like a direct credit card from CITIBANK or whatever, you're not going to get that, not on the business side, okay? So they do a lot of the co-partnering. So like with American Airlines. Now, with American Airlines, most people would go get this card just because of the miles and stuff like that. But what I always tell you guys is my thing is whenever I'm going after a credit card, whether it's a personal credit card or business credit card, I'm always looking to see if it's offering a 0% interest. If it's offering a 0% interest on balance transfers or purchases, that's the type of credit card I want. Now, here's the thing about it with CITIBANK, why you may want to have CITIBANK as one of your business credit cards. Because CITIBANK, or as a big bank as well, because they report to not only Experian business, Equifax business, Small Business Financial Exchange, and that information is shared with Dun and Bradstreet. Okay, so this here is one of those top tier banks, and they are a tier 1 financial institution. Now, for those of you that may not be familiar with a tier 1 financial institution, those are your major banks on a national scale. But here's the challenge with them. With major banks, if you don't have a long history or large deposits, they're kind of conservative, especially if you're a newbie as a business, all right? Now, they will work with you even if you're a sole proprietor. Yes, you can still get a business credit card with them, so you're fine there. However, I would tell you to actually structure the business, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Now, here's the thing about it. Your credit card is going to pull from Equifax, FICO 8. Now, the reason that most people, and I've been telling you guys, with a FICO 8 scoring, they're more likely not going to include like authorized users. You may add rental payments, utility bills, and subscriptions, and they do not look at that. Okay, they don't consider that in terms of with a FICO 8 scoring system. So just keep that in mind, especially when you're trying to get business credit. Another credit card, Citi credit card that I would tell you guys to take a look at is the CITIBANK Costco card. All right. Now, in reference to some of you all are wondering if you can get this with EIN only. Absolutely, you can get this with EIN only. Like I said, in reference to what they're going to do, they're still going to look at your personal credit, and it's going to be on your Equifax. Now, again, because of it being a tier 1 financial institution, the challenge is that, again, conservative, meaning that as a new company, they will give you, and your average credit score for this here card, you're probably going to be looking at least a 680 or higher to go after this card, all right, with the Equifax FICO 8, just so you know. So in terms of the amount of money they're giving you, if it's going to be on an EIN, again, they're going to look at in terms of what other data points, what's your income, all right? If there's no revenue in the business, then they're going to go off of your personal income. All right, so you have to take that into consideration. Your DTI also plays a factor in this. Your DTI, you definitely don't want that DTI to be over 55, all right? So even people with 800 credit score and a DTI of 55 or higher have been denied for this card. So you have to be very cautious with this, and across in terms of the income, the age of the credit file, that also plays a factor into this. So you're not worried about like a DUNS number or a Paydex score or net 30s when it comes to these here cards here. Now, that being said, Their other cards is like Office Depot. Now, here's the thing about it. These are your tier 2 cards. Like your tier 1 accounts when it comes to like business credit and stuff like that. Your business credit with your tier 1, that would be like your Granger, Seton, Uline. Now, when it comes to your tier 2 cards, this is a different animal, and a lot of people won't tell you. Yes, you can get these here cards with a EIN only. However, something that most people miss when they're trying to go after these here type of cards just for their business is they may not have a website set up, they may not have a corporate email set up. Now, for those of you that may not have those things set up or in place, I would definitely tell you to click the link in the description and schedule one-on-one to get that set up for you. We can definitely help you set that up. What people tend to do with these here accounts, once they get these here Office Depot cards and stuff like that, what they tend to do, they would use the card and they would attempt to go and get Visa gift cards and cash them out. Here's the challenge with that, so you can understand this, and I want you to really pay attention. If you use this here account and you go get those vanilla gift cards, okay, and cash them out, when you do that directly, what they end up doing, or they could end up doing, is freezing your account. All right. Now, again, let me go say something one more time, because I think somebody may not have heard me. When you are going after these cards, they're going to look and see what type of email you have. They're going to look and see if you have a website. This really makes a difference. All right. That's more important than a DUNS number or paydex score. I'm telling you guys, this is something that's more prevalent. If you do it the way that I'm saying, in terms of making sure that your company's properly structured, you have the email, the website and stuff, you will have a higher chance of approval. But when they run your company through the system and they see that you have like a Yahoo or Gmail or AOL on that application, you're running your chances, a high chance of being denied. I'm not saying you will get denied, but you have a higher chance of being denied, all right? Now, that being said, another Citi card that's great to have is the Home Depot. Now, here's the thing about it with the Home Depot cards. Even with the consumer cards, right? Even with the consumer cards, you can turn this into cash. But again, let me say something. In terms of you trying to turn this card into cash, when you go to Home Depot, you want to make sure that you are getting some products from Home Depot. You add some vanilla gift cards. You do not just want to get a bunch of vanilla gift cards trying to cash out this card, because again, it will get locked up and frozen. All right? So that's the reason you do not want to do that. People say, well, it don't work. No, that's not true. It does work, but you have to make sure that you're actually getting product from Home Depot along with those gift cards, so it can actually look like a real purchase, all right? And not look like it's from credit, all right? Now, again, you're going to have a high chance, more likely, with even on the business side, with the business credit cards. The interesting thing about it with the business credit cards, yes, you can do EIN only. All right, and I actually made a video about Home Depot cards and the accounts and stuff like that. What I'll do, I'll put it in the link below so you can actually take a look at it. Now, let's talk about gas cards. Why these gas cards are so important, especially with the price of gas now, like here in California, you're paying almost $7. Some places are paying $7 or more for gas. So in terms of having a gas card for your business is definitely important. That being said, because you get the kickbacks, to get discounts and stuff like that, even at 5 cents per gallon, that helps. And I don't know if you guys know that when you go to a Shell gas station, even with a regular credit card, even if it's not a Shell, gas credit card, you still can get that 5 cents discount. All right. But in terms of business, this is definitely another one of those credit cards you want to get with your EIN. Now, again, does it help to have net 30s and stuff like that? Yeah, you can have net 30s and stuff. That's not going to hurt you. But in terms of focusing on, like, some people, they focusing on 10 net 30s, 20 net, that's not necessary. It's just not necessary. Long as you have your business structured, you have your open bank account, I will tell you, make sure that you have deposits going on. Whether it's weekly or daily deposits, you definitely should have deposits going on. All right. Now, in terms of some net 30s, you have NAV. You have NAV net 30s, because here's the interesting thing about NAV, and I put a link below. You can get 2 trade lines from NAV now. They have the business credit card, which used to be TIFL. Now, TIFL reports to the business credit bureaus, which is Experian and Dun & Bradstreet. But NAV reports to Experian, Equifax, and Dun & Bradstreet as well. So you can get 2 trade lines on your credit report with NAV. Then you also have eCredible. Now with eCredible, they report to Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, CreditSafe, and Experian. So you don't need a bunch of net 30s on your credit file in order to position yourself for funding, because at the end of the day, that's what we want. Now, another thing that I definitely want to tell you guys, going back to this tier 1, talking about CITIBANk. CITIBANk being a tier 1 in terms of you don't want to go after a loan. You want to go out, and the good thing about it, as you can see here with this business card, you get 6 months, okay? You get 6 months of 0%. So that's very good. But the interesting thing about it with CITIBANk, you want to start with the credit cards. I don't know if they offer business lines of credit, but the thing about it, you want to start with the credit card first, okay? Do not go after loans. Stay away from the loans, okay? Now, here's another thing I'm going to tell you guys. If you're trying to get $100,000, just say you're trying to get $100,000 from CITIBANk, you better come with bank statements and pay stubs, okay? And they may ask you for 4506T taxes, all right? But one of the key things that keep us as small business owners is because we don't have pay stubs. And not going and making a pay stub, you don't want to do that, because again, that's fraud. If you're trying to get pay stubs, click the link in the description, and okay, so we can actually help you set up your payroll. But your payroll really helps you out. I just had a client, and his situation was he didn't structure the business, and I have a lot of clients that like this. They don't structure the business. Then when they need funding right away, because they've never structured a business, they don't have no paperwork. They don't have no proof, right? So they have a bank account, but there's no document showing that they was actually paid, right, from the business. So that's the reason you want to be able to show that the business is profitable enough, and you can actually set these here pay stubs up using a credit card, taking the money from the credit card, depositing it into your business bank account, and then having the business cut you a check, and then take that money and putting it back on the credit card. All right? So there's a way to do it so that you can actually work yourself into showing that, hey, I am making money. Now, that's a dark way to do it, but I'm just showing you there are options. A lot of small mom and pop businesses and stuff, that's the reason they can't get funding, because they hire everybody in the business, won't put nobody on payroll. So when it's time for them to expand, they may need supplies and stuff like that, then they can't get it. So that's the reason you want to actually have that payroll. Now, if you guys have any questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.